Now that you've got all your parts drawn for your draw, we're going to go ahead and start to assemble that in the Assembly Studio. So we'll jump into the Assembly Studio here, zoom out, just need to insert all our components for our draw. So draw back, draw base, draw front, draw side 1 and draw side 2, and green tick. Now I can already see that there is a slight issue when I look at this. I can see there's something not quite right with these housings. It looks like this one might be wrong. Okay, so we'll just quickly, before we go ahead and start to assemble that, jump back into our Part Studio and have a look at what's going on with the draw front there. So hide our draw base. Here's our draw front. We can see that this is a little bit thin, it's not quite right. So if I select my part there, looks like it's sketch 15. So I'm going to double click on sketch 15. I'm going to go in and start to edit this. So just going to delete these lines of the rectangle. Zoom in over here, delete. Come back into my 3mm construction line here. G for my corner rectangle, left click once. Come all the way across to the other side, left click on the yellow line. 228, which is what we want, 228, enter. And we want 3mm, enter. Escape. Click on this dimension here, left click once, delete. Okay, it's now solved our sketch and it's saved at 3mm, which is what we want. So left click on the rectangle, left click extrude, remove, and we make this 3mm. Click our green tick, and there is our 3mm housing done. So we go back into our Assembly Studio now, and we can see that that housing is roughly the same size, well it is the same size as our draw sides. So before we get started in assembling, we're just going to quickly rotate all our parts here, just so they're orientated the right way. Just makes life a little bit easier when we go to do all the fasten mates. So I'll just drag this one over, rotate that 180 degrees, and then our draw base. $90. And 90. Done. So first thing we can do is M for fasten mate. Just zoom in here. We'll connect this corner here with our blue axis pointing up to this corner here with the blue axis pointing up, and solve that. We can move on to this one here, blue axis pointing up, and that will go into this corner here with the blue axis up. Solve that. Okay, I'm actually going to put the base into the back of the drawer first. M for fasten mate. Come in down here. Try and get that blue axis pointing up. And we want that in that corner there. And that works. Okay, and we're now going to grab this corner here. Blue axis pointing up. And we're going to mate it into this point here. Solve that. And you should have your fully constructed draw. Okay, we can now close that, select our draw, just going to drag it down here into position, left click and drag down, just going to rotate. We want to rotate our draw around 90 degrees, enter. Okay, and we can start to look at positioning our draw. Into our cabinet. Okay, and then you have it, your drawer going into your cabinet there.